Hi, a warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to Becoming Better, the channel that shares knowledge on comprehensive personal development through great books. Are you watching this video while still having a lot of unfinished tasks? Is there an assignment due in a few days that you haven't started yet? A monthly report deadline approaching, but you haven't begun working on it? Are you close to having your utilities cut off but haven't paid the bills? Or a book you promised yourself you'd read last month but haven't touched a single page this month? At the beginning of the year, you set a list of goals with enthusiasm, but now the year is almost over, and many of them are still not accomplished. Often, we know there are important tasks to be done, but we choose to do non-urgent or highly entertaining activities first, like scrolling through Facebook, playing games, or binge-watching TV shows, only to realize hours have passed and nothing has been done all day. It's only when the deadline is looming that we finally get to work, even staying up late to finish it. And of course, the results are usually less than satisfactory. I'm sure many of us have experienced this situation at some point in life. This is procrastination. Procrastination isn't a disease, but it's harder to cure than one. A survey shows that up to 25% of office workers waste time due to procrastination. But the worrying thing is that most of us believe we're among that 25%. Why do we procrastinate so much? How can we completely eliminate this habit to make our lives more enjoyable, give us more time to relax and have fun, and finish work better without the guilt and discomfort of procrastination? Today, Becoming Better will combine insights from two books, The Willpower Instinct and End Procrastination Now, to share with you how to completely overcome the habit of procrastination. Procrastination is a habit of delaying important tasks that need to be done. When we procrastinate, we often find ourselves distracted by non-urgent and entertaining activities. But did you know that the underlying reason for this lack of control and indulgence in distractions stems from our very own genetic makeup? Our brain is wired to seek out activities that bring immediate pleasure. When faced with two choices, one being to rationally tackle important tasks that will yield great benefits in the future, and the other being to indulge in instant gratification, our brain naturally gravitates towards the latter. This is because in choosing the second option, we have the opportunity to experience immediate joy. At this moment, our brain releases dopamine, which drives us to continue enjoying the immediate pleasure. Since ancient times, our ancestors lived primarily by hunting, gathering food, fighting, and fleeing to survive. For them, simply having a full belly in the present moment was enough. They didn't worry much about the future. Throughout human evolution, the gene responsible for seeking instant gratification has been passed down, making modern humans slaves to dopamine. Nowadays, with countless distractions readily available, it's even harder for us to resist temptation. The French philosopher and psychologist 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐖𝐢𝐥𝐵 once made a thought-provoking statement. The aim of most people's lives is to avoid thinking as much as possible. In the book Switch, How to Change Things When Change is Hard, it is said that our brain always has two parts. The first is the elephant, symbolizing emotions, and the second is the rider, representing rationality. Under normal circumstances, the rider can control the elephant, but when the elephant wants to do something else, the small rider finds it difficult to steer the large elephant. Imagine you've told yourself to get up early to tackle work that's nearing its deadline. But when the alarm goes off in the morning, your rationality and emotions are at war with each other. When you hit the snooze button and go back to sleep, it's a sign that your rationality has been completely overpowered by the giant emotional elephant. Both the elephant and the rider are inherently lazy. If they don't receive strong enough commands from you, they'll fall back into autopilot mode, meaning they'll follow whatever habits have already been established. Procrastination, in essence, comes from allowing yourself to follow these autopilot habits without wanting to change. Many people suggest methods to overcome procrastination, such as setting goals, eliminating distractions, or changing to a quieter environment. These methods are all effective. However, most of us only take action to address procrastination in the short term. In the long run, it's difficult to maintain this persistence because perhaps you haven't truly understood how to control the emotional elephant and guide the rational rider within you. To eliminate procrastination completely, you need to address the root of the problem. The root lies in managing three aspects: awareness, emotions, and your actions. This should help convey your message naturally while maintaining the original meaning. First, if you cannot recognize your procrastination, it will be very difficult to control your rational mind, the rider of the elephant within you. The author of the book, The Willpower Instinct, introduces a very effective method known as the ABCDE model to clearly identify your procrastination. A stands for activating events, which refers to the triggering event. B stands for beliefs, meaning your perspective on that event. C stands for consequences, which is the result. D stands for disputing irrational beliefs, meaning reevaluating and changing your perspective. E stands for effect, which means improving the outcome. For example, A could be that you have a report due in 3 days. B is your belief that it's only the first day, so you can put it off until tomorrow. C is the consequence, where you only have 1 day to work on the report, resulting in poor quality. Normally, procrastination will stop you at C, where you might feel very upset and blame yourself, or find ways to comfort yourself by thinking that at least you tried your best given the time. However, self-blame only diminishes your confidence, and making excuses is a dangerous habit that can lead to poor behavior, where you blame others and refuse to change. To break free, you must push yourself to D, to reevaluate, not by thinking this task is too hard or this task is too boring, so I'll do something else, but by reconsidering B, your perspective. Ask yourself, why did I wait until the second day to start? I remember when I was in middle school, there was a year when my academic performance declined so much that my parents were called to the school. The main reason for my poor performance was procrastination. After school, I would play first and study later. I would only start doing my homework right before bed, and when I couldn't finish in time, I would copy from my classmates the next morning. Meanwhile, my younger sister, who was only in 4th grade at the time, would always do her homework right after school, even when her friends would call her out to play jump rope or with dolls. She wouldn't join them until her homework was done. I once asked her why she was so diligent, and she replied, "It's not that I love studying. It's just that it's my responsibility, and I need to finish it first so I can enjoy playing without any worry." Indeed, why don't we finish our tasks first so that we can fully enjoy our relaxation afterward? Looking back, her actions as a 4th grader perfectly align with the ABC model. If a 4th grader can think and act this way, why can't you and I do the same? The second aspect is about emotions. Don't let the emotional elephant overwhelm you, become its rider. After all, procrastination usually falls into 3 cases. Case 1. You're worried about not doing well, so you keep delaying action, or you tell yourself you need to prepare well before taking action. For example, when you participate in a singing contest or speaking in front of a crowd, your anxiety stems from perfectionism. This perfectionism isn't about striving for excellence, but rather being overly concerned with what others think of you. You want to maintain a perfect image in everyone's eyes, so you fear failure and hesitate to act. But I must tell you a truth. In this world, not many people are paying that much attention to you. Only you care about your own performance and reputation. There's a saying that goes, "Done is better than perfect." Start doing and complete the task. It's better than striving for perfection. In fact, the more you aim for perfection, the worse the outcome tends to be. Therefore, we must control our anxiety and fear of failure and take immediate action. Case 2. You procrastinate because the task is too difficult for your abilities, or it requires a lot of time and effort, making it hard to start. For instance, creating content can be challenging. When faced with a highly challenging task, our emotions often include anxiety, sometimes leading to stress. It's not that we don't want to do it, but we simply can't figure out how to start. However, as they say, all roads lead to Rome. There are many ways to achieve success in any task and many methods to solve problems. It's just a matter of whether you want to do it or not. Perhaps the most important thing that can help you overcome the emotional barrier of anxiety and procrastination is motivation. When you procrastinate on difficult tasks, it's because you lack sufficient motivation at that moment. Think about how the task is meaningful to you first. Then you can start taking action. Have you noticed that when you procrastinate until the last minute and can no longer avoid the task, you still manage to complete it? And maybe it's not as hard as you initially thought, so give yourself more motivation and start working right away. Case 3. You procrastinate because the task doesn't interest you, making you lack the motivation to do it. For example, you know that reading is beneficial, but you still haven't started, or you know you're overweight but haven't signed up for the gym. In this type of procrastination, our emotions are often indifferent and bored, leading to laziness. As mentioned earlier, dopamine is a powerful force that can deceive our brain into seeking instant pleasure. But on the other hand, it can also be very beneficial if you know how to use it. It can make your life more enjoyable. For instance, if you don't initially enjoy reading but love listening to music and relaxing at a cafe, try combining them. Music and a pleasant environment can help your brain release more dopamine, making it easier to finish reading. By pairing things that stimulate dopamine production with tasks you don't find particularly exciting, you may find those tasks much more enjoyable. After recognizing your procrastination and understanding your emotions, the final step is to take action. I often tell my students that to succeed, you must first clear your mind. Only when you have a correct understanding of your procrastination and can control your emotions will you be able to take the right actions. To overcome procrastination in this final step, eliminate all distractions, find a time when no one will disturb you, turn off all notifications, and use tools like Pomodoro or Forest to help you focus better. But if even these methods don't help you sit still and you still find yourself seeking out distractions, you can try a method I've personally tested. Say stop out loud. Whenever you reach for your phone, shout it out. It's like giving a command that makes your emotional elephant obediently listen. So, these are the methods to completely end your procrastination. To fully eradicate this habit, you must understand yourself well, control your emotions, and take immediate action. Give it a try. If you succeed, comment below so we can discuss and improve together. I hope you soon conquer procrastination and take control of your life.